Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, this is that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am your occasionally humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael Labune, and the Sasquatch himself, Andrew Teedy, and we are going to have some funny memes. But first, a copyrighted, important, essential part of every single Facebook for the Blind, the depressing news. That's right. You know it. You love it. You're not coming to us for your depressing news. Where on earth are you getting your depressing news?
Like anywhere else?
There's a look around.
So let's see here. Big news. Burning Man, flooding, extreme weather. They had a death out there. There's investigations. And, honestly, this many rich people stuck in the desert, I know your first impulse is to laugh hysterically because mine was. But then I started getting texts from my rich friends when they escaped, and they went through some trauma. They're going to need...
We're not all rich.
Yeah, well, these people were. So anyway, yes, Burning Man was incredible, amazing. People got sick, traumatizing, made it home this morning, safe exodus. Conditions improved, but another friend of mine said he watched a guy die. So lots of therapy after this year's Burning Man. It's going to be pretty crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah, insanity.
It's like, there's like a Firefest Burning Man joke here.
Yeah. Anyway, the weird part is that it was so much fun for me to laugh, and then I found out I know a whole bunch of people by name, and then it made it like sad. So
I'm not deleting my Burning Man memes, if that's what you're trying to make me do.
Nope. Don't care. Hey, it was Labor Day this past weekend, of course. And if you are, here's a nice little post from Manny Shevitz, who says, I made this years ago for a page that no longer exists, and I'm glad to see it in circulation. It says, if you are enjoying this Labor Day weekend, thank a union. And we have a hammer being held by a fist. It says, the free market didn't create it. The 1% didn't create it. The blood, sweat, and tears of the American worker did. America. Anyway, happy Labor Day to all who celebrate. And I hope that, you all laid out a plate of cookies for you, the ghost of Eugene Debs on Labor Day Eve.
Look, I don't want to shit on these posts, but I saw these all over. Okay, all my friends are super far leftists, and I love every single one of you. I'm with you. But here's the thing. It's a little bit of a, like, impotent flex to be like, we got one day off.
Yeah. So
I know unions did way more than that, but on Labor Day, they're all like, we got this one day, motherfuckers. Okay, good. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Well, much like with the Democrats, it's like, yeah, they suck, but what am I going to do? What? Just take the win. Take the win, Michael. That's what
I ate a vegan hot dog. I celebrated.
Nice. All right, moving on. Former Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio gets 22 years, the longest January 6th sentence yet today. Former Proud Boys chairman wasn't present at the Capitol attacks, but the prosecutor said that he acted as a general rather than a soldier. And this is on the heels of Joe Biggs, Proud Boy leader, getting 17 years. And as much fun as that seems, that organization is alive and well and not harmed at all by these two yahoos being put behind bars. And we are going to have to remain constantly vigilant because these yahoos are everywhere and they're hidden in plain sight because they're wearing camouflage. So there you go. New Yorker reports on new friend of the show and hero in my book, using cell phones he'd smuggled into prison. Arthur Lee Cofield Jr. accessed the bank accounts of the very wealthy, likely stealing at least $15 million.
How'd he smuggle them? Did he keister it?
Arthur? Yeah, props. Freaking props. Sad news that Jimmy Buffett passed away, and CNN reported with this chyron of Jimmy Buffett's career spanned over 50 decades.
He's always been alive.
Dave King memorializes his 1789 concert in Key West was lit. Hey, friend of the show from Marvel News Source, friend of the show, Iman Vellani, got to visit her local comic book shop in Ontario, where she bought her very first Ms. Marvel comic, and she is there. If you're not watching Ms. Marvel, you are missing out. That is a great show, good soundtrack. Anyway, she got to visit the comic book store where she started reading comics because they're displaying the comic that she wrote. They're selling. I mean, dude, how cool is that? We don't normally do comic book news, but you know, you're nerds and I know it. Hey, Victor Shee at Victor Shee 2020 reports amazing news. House Oversight Democrats led by Jamie Raskin have just asked to subpoena Jared Kushner's $3 billion Saudi-backed private equity fund. Democrats have finally taken off the gloves and will show the Republicans what real corruption looks like. This is good. Yeah, everybody got very psyched about that. And you know, you can read more about it there. You know, the committee chairman is James Comer of Kentucky, who doesn't actually need evidence or sanity or rules to do anything. But it was very nice to see Raskin say that extraordinary funding that went to Kushner's firm from foreign governments. Let's talk about that. You guys love talking about money for foreign governments going to presidents, kids. Let's talk about it. It's pretty funny. So
one more time, just for the record, Facebook for the Blind is all these rich assholes getting fucked for their crimes.
Yeah.
We don't stand Hunter or anybody.
No. Oh my God, please. They just keep saying, we got evidence. I'm like, you said that about the election fraud too. And look at Sidney Powell. She's going to go to jail. So I'm loving it. Hey, speaking of the attorney of the Orange Monster, he apparently posted a staggering 32 video rants at his political opponents in one day. And Bebel Broxia says, Jesus, McConnell's mental decline won't let him talk at all, and Trump's won't let him shut up. And he said, American politics has finally achieved net zero bullshit emissions. It's the only reason we're talking about the Orange Voldemort. In bad local news, Volition Software very abruptly closed their doors. Makers of Saints Row and 2 video game titles that I'm on, and I gotta admit, I very selfishly thought, man, I'm never doing another video game again. That sucks. My buddy Andrew was also sad because it was the only business that had ever paid him to play video games. I have a lot of friends who are like, oh, really heartbroken. Next up, Elon, who's also an idiot. I don't know if you knew that, but Elon's an idiot. Headline, Elon Musk's daughter doesn't want to spend time with me, he says in the new biography. She went beyond socialism into being a full-on communist and thinking that everyone rich is evil, Elon said of his 19-year-old daughter. So good on you, 19-year-old daughter. Stay woke. Rolling Stone and many other news sources had a headline this week that Trump had inflated his net worth by up to $2.2 billion. And the New York Attorney General had alleged that. And James Fell comments, I mean, he needed a bail bondsman for his $200,000 bail. Several people posted, including friend of the show, Owen, Brian Copeland, can someone please explain to me why a, quote, billionaire needs a bail bondsman to post $200K? If you guys ever get an explanation, let me know. What else happened here? Fulton County judge gives a green light to the Georgia 2020 election case to be televised. So even more bad reality TV from this guy. Intersectional, friend of the show, Intersectional, posts this Wall Street Journal headline: Department of Justice and the SEC investigate Tesla over secret glass house project. Prosecutors are investigating Tesla's use of funds on a project described internally as a house for Elon Musk. Busted for living in a glass house. I don't know, there's a glass house stone throwing joke in there somewhere, but Intersectional captions it, catching L's like Sideshow Bob stepping on race, which is a good way to put it. Raskin, I forgot to tack this Raskin thing on there. I don't know. Raskin and Comer, there they are. Raskin looking cool, Comer looking constipated, blah, blah, blah. Very sad local news. I'm sure that you guys heard this, that most recently appears the Clark Bar is being torn down. And for those of you not in the area, it was the best black box comedy stage within 100 miles.
Wow.
And
Holy fuck. I had no idea.
out
Oh,
behind
yeah.
caught us all by shock. Out behind it was a gazebo that we finally filled with weights.
No.
Oh, yeah. Which was allegedly the first gas station in Champaign-Urbana. And we see here that the roof of the gazebo is being preserved. And friend of the show, Taylor, reported that it is going to some farm in nowhere. I can't remember. Do you remember where she said? But
Man, this for our listeners, this place was our fucking CBGBs.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Like,
This
yeah.
place was everything. I'm fucking gutted over this. I had no idea.
And that gazebo, especially, like
Yeah.
the amount of shit we talked in there.
It was just
Various
chock full of
things were
comics
smoked in
all-
there. Yeah,
all the
like, oh
time.
gosh.
yeah. No, it was
Tyler
fantastic.
says in the chat, first
Round one.
Tyler,
Oh,
the first
same.
night I ever did stand up, Tyler, you were there. It was at the Blind Pig.
Yep,
You
I
came
remember
up to
that.
me afterward, and you said, "Dude, you got to get on the set for the Clark Bar." And you told me
Yep.
that I needed to, like email some guy named Jesse. Yeah, wow, man. That's
I thought that was the best room in Champagne for comedy.
Oh,
Honestly.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
clearly.
you could just
So,
hear the
Soma
laughter
was
immediately.
cool. Yeah. So, Soma was cool, but yeah, I think I love the Clark Bar way more.
Oh no, dude! It was so much easier to work the Clark Bar. You could see the crowd, feel the crowd. The vibe was great. I mean, it was perfect. All
Bar
other
was in a separate room also,
Tyler
so
talk.
nobody getting drinks at the same time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Soma had like this like cool like city vibe. People went there on dates. Clark Bar, man. And the other thing is this Clark Bar, I never found it to be an easy room.
No.
You had to be funny.
Oh
you
yeah.
know, like
Oh.
that. But they weren't pretentious. It was a fucking great scene. Like Bar and what was her name that ran it?
Linda.
Linda.
And,
God. She attacked me one night. Remember? I had to fend her off with the mic stand.
That's her love language.
That's right.
Violence.
No, I mean, like Linda blew me off forever until I just straight up called her the C word, and then we've been friends ever since.
Oh yeah, that's a term of endearment to Linda.
I had to explain to her that she was a complete bitch. I was like, we've been doing comedy there for like, I don't know, a year or whatever. And I finally just leaned in because she didn't say shit to me. And I was like, you don't even remember me, do you, Linda? You fucking bitch. And she goes, Rocky, buy this guy a drink.
Yeah, right. She's the best. Wow, sad. Thanks for sharing, man. This is tough news, but I'm glad I know.
Yeah, I know, man. It's like, what a strange thing. They're going to save the gazebo of the first gas station from the beer garden. Just I guess the rest of it's just, and Jesse, I was like, so does anybody know what they're putting in? Jesse's like, parking lot. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Ugh. For you guys that don't know, this was a house that had been converted into so many bars over the years, and restaurants, Indian restaurants.
We're at a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, buffets. Yep. I had a ginger ale from Sri Lanka in the Indian place when it was there. It was delicious. It was wonderful. All right, let's do some more news and get on to the show. Hey, I want to give you guys some good news. Steve Donziger, and if you are not following Steve Donziger, then you don't even know, okay? You don't even know. He has posted breaking in a huge win for the planet. 18 jurists from the UN have found that children can sue their own countries over climate change under a treaty called the Convention on the Rights of the Child. So children are now a leading powerful global shift in law on the climate. Children have the right to sue. And this follows up you're like, oh yeah, but the UN, whatever. Yeah, but this follows on the heels of this happening in Montana. In Montana, a state in the United States, which is more important than the United Nations. So yeah, take that. Anyway, I loved it. And immediately all my Debbie Downer friends were like, meh, 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 meh. And I was like, dude, take the win. Take the win. Take the win. Okay, shut up. Oh, let's check in on the closing heartwarming animal stories. Looking at the Orcas versus Yachts game. Unfortunately, they are still tied. There's been no progress on the field whatsoever, but we do have our reporters standing by. So the second another yacht goes down, we're going to text you all. Friend of the show, maybe friend of the show. I actually don't know him, but he posts some funny stuff every once in a while. Johnny Cardinal, he posted this amazing video of a bull flipping over a turtle. An African buffalo saves a tortoise. There's no other information on this thing, but you just watch the buffalo and he gradually flips a turtle upside down. And I mean, dude, that doesn't benefit him at all. Do you know what I mean?
Right side up, not upside
Right
down.
side up. Right side up. Yes, he flips him back over. Anyway, it was very impressive. It was just one of those things where it was like, holy crap, man. Heartwarming animal story closers. Smithsonian Magazine posts this from the archives. The story of the tiny little tardigrades, also known as water bears, that are on the moon. Did you know that there's tardigrades on the moon? Little Israeli spacecraft that went down in the sea of Serenity, crashed, and it had a little what do they call this thing? It's like a little arc library, whatever. Anyway, but these little guys are alive. I mean, they were alive. They were just freeze dried. They can survive anything. So they're just on the moon. Do you know that? There's organisms on the moon now for sure. And they look like these little tardigrades.
I'm seeing a bad 60s horror film.
Oh, not up on the new Star Trek series, as I see then. That's what it is. Hey, also a prehistoric bird that was believed to be extinct has been returned to the wild in New Zealand. New Zealand's South Islands released 18 of these takahi birds in Lake Wakatipu, Waimaori Valley on New Zealand's South Islands. So how cool are these things? Look at these things. You ever seen a bird?
What was the name of that island again?
That was island. Oh, there's New Zealand South Islands.
Oh crap! I screwed that up.
Records show they've been a part of the Aotearoa since ancient times, dating back to the prehistoric Pleistocene era, and suggested by remains found in the fossils. They're almost prehistoric looking, and I would agree. These are big, goofy, flightless birds. They have a lot of flightless birds in Australia because they didn't have competition from mammals. So these are big old, big birds.
I'm glad to see him back, but is it wrong? The first thing I thought was, can I fry that?
Oh, I knew you were going to think that first. That's why I had this on here for you, baby. All right, and finally, ABC7 reports that an alligator weighing 802.5 pounds, measuring 14 feet and 3 inches long, longest alligator in Mississippi history, captured by hunters. Look at this. Look at this.
A big alligator.
And when I first saw this picture and I couldn't quite focus on it, I thought this alligator head was a Weber grill. Okay.
I can see it.
It was like, holy crap, that's a big Weber grill. And that has been the heartwarming animal story to close out the news from Facebook for the Blind for September 5th, 2023. And now on to my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael Labune, for a nice long round one.
All right, here goes my nice long round one. Kicking it off with Trash Can Paul, friend of the show, Trash Can Paul. Here we have a futuristic kind of a screen with a guy who sort of has a Prince kind of vibe to him. Says, You can always make fun of Burning Man. It's always morally correct. Always. Oh, here we have it says, the top of this picture, it says, best not tell this guy any secrets. And then and you see, it's a picture of a kitchen where there's been a horrible accident. It looks like a line cook has dropped an entire tray of beans. They're everywhere. He spilled the beans, guys. Spilled the beans. This is a picture of the milk fridge at the supermarket, and it's just captioned "hee hee hee," and now we wait. You see, hidden amongst the milks is a gallon of Elmer's school glue, white Elmer's.
And if you're not paying attention, dude, that is totally a gallon of milk.
Yep. Yep.
In Arco Spirituality, friend of the show in Arco Spirituality, I accidentally cut the top of this beam off, but it's a picture of a skull with fangs, blue flames around it. And at the top it says, I'm going to give you one last chance, liberals. What country is this flag from? And why do all the cute girls have it in their bio? Picture of the trans flag. John Drake,
funny.
friend of the show, John Drake at Drake Gatsby, says, is maple the only kind of tree that has delicious blood? Or are we missing out on other ones? I like this one. Jessica Ellis at Baddest Mama Jama. Or perhaps Baddest Mama Jamma. I'll have to ask her. It says, she says, Mary Oliver poems are so amazing because you'll be like, I feel bereft, hopeless, and so alone. And she'll be like, okay, but have you ever really thought about loss? And it turns out you haven't. I only have two more for this round, but I've been waiting to read this one all week. So this is a picture of Charles Barkley. Directly underneath him is an actual direct quote from Charles Barkley, and he is speaking on Team USA potentially not winning the gold medal. He says, and I quote, "They act like if we don't win the gold medal, it's going to be the worst thing to ever happen to civilization. I actually disagree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be great because I think it would really help with the popularity in one of these little third world countries if they won the gold medal. Can you imagine if France won the gold medal? How popular would basketball become?
Oh my God.
It's great. Great.
He had me, and he totally lost me.
Hey, now to be frank, how long has it been since we've bombed something of France's? Come on.
Listen, all I want to say is like, I truly don't think I love anyone like I love Charles Barkley. And my final meme for round one, keeping the whole and wholesome. We're back with Trash Can Paul. He just says epic. And this picture is titled Live Footage of Burning Man 2023. And it's a picture from the Oregon Trail, and it says, you have died of dysentery. That's all I have for round one.
Woo!
Kicking it over to you, TD.
All right. First off, Michael, what have I told you about closing with a banger like that? I got to follow that, and I'm not that good. All right. Hey, everybody. It is time for TD's often imitated, never duplicated, world famous short round one. Okay, here we go.
Short.
Yep, keeping it short. Grant Malco, friend of the show, friend of mine. He reposed from Gary Baptista. Me trying to figure out what's going on in the world via memes since I refuse to watch the news. And it's a picture of Drake staring at his phone very like intently. And I feel this because the only source of news I get is this show and occasionally the Bob and Tom show. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
You don't have to
Moving
watch
on.
the news.
All right, friend of the show and my buddy Jason Crowley says, y'all better enjoy Halloween while it lasts because she's defrosting right now. And it's a picture of Mariah Carey in her Christmas outfit, and the ice is cracking around her because that, like, 5 or 6 more weeks, guys, you're going to hear it.
I'm not gonna hear it.
I'm going to hear it every fucking day. I love it.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I think it's a perfect Christmas pop song.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my anthem, like from like November to the end of the year. Okay, moving on.
Hot for Christmas. We'll do it later. We'll do it after the show.
Copyright. Internet Hall of Fame, friend of the show. Repost from Nicholas G. At dad_at_law. When my daughter was 7 years old, she once interrupted a bedtime story to tell me, in a pie eating contest, it doesn't matter if you win or lose because you get to eat pie. And I think about that a lot. And I say, yeah, totally, dude. As a guy who's been in many pie eating contests, there is no losers.
You know, you've given me a whole new perspective on this, my man.
I've been in lots of eating contests. Anyway, friend of the show and AEW World Heavyweight Champion and Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion Maxwell Jacob Freeman at the MJF. He just goes, and remember, he's a Long Island prick. And his he just says, I started watching the show on Netflix called One Piece. I'd never heard of it before. It's incredible. This is real TV, not like that anime bull crap everyone keeps trying to get me to watch. I hate anime. This, however, is an American original, genuine piece of cinema. I love this motherfucker so much. She is my favorite thing to watch on TV on Wednesdays. All right, moving on. Yeah, you never knew you'd have professional wrestlers providing the memes on this show. Wow. Friend of the show, and friend of all of us, Nan Hola.
Hey,
she posted on my timeline because it has been exposed in my love of pumpkin spice lattes and honestly pumpkin spice everything. I just bought pumpkin spice Oreos today. But yeah, it says it's almost that time. One for Facebook for the blind. She even said it. Nikki DC post a picture of white Jesus with a white lady kneeling at him and like people behind her, and Jesus is going, I already told you, I'm not turning your water into pumpkin spice latte.
there would be a line. There'd be a line.
Oh, dude, and you know who'd be at the front of that motherfucker? This guy. Like, dude, I question your existence, but if you can get me a latte right now, I think I believe you. All right, moving on.
That's what Jesus needs. He's just waiting on TD.
Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, I go over to the dark side, man. Everything will get fixed.
WWJL. What would Jesus latte?
Yes. He'd have to do a pumpkin spice. But anyway, okay, sorry. Friend of the show and friend of mine, Alexander David Tyus, repost from Dad Jokes. I hired a handyman and gave him a to-do list. When I got home, only items 1, 3, and 5 got done. Turns out he only does odd jobs.
Next.
Come on, Labume. There's been worse dad jokes on this show.
True.
I only got a couple more here. Friend of the show, Satan at S8N.
Hail Satan.
See you for poker this week, hopefully. It says a fly finding the smallest hole to get into my house, and it's next to it is a picture of Bart Simpson. He's looking through like a big old telescope, intently like spying on something. And then it says the fly when I open the door for it to go back outside. It's a picture of Bart Simpson with sunglasses on and a walking cane because he's blind.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel this.
Dude. Gnats.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Moving on from the plague. Friend of the show, Christopher Pugh. That's one of the plagues, right, Libune?
Gnats?
Bugs.
Oh, fleas. Sure.
Yeah, infestation.
I don't know, man. I'm not that kind of Christian.
That's why I love you, bro. Oh, God, dude, I love you. Like, no, man, you could have been like, on some bullshit, but you just like, man,
Google it, dude. Just Google it. I don't know.
I love you. All right, friend of the show, Christopher Pugh. Friend of the show, Christopher Pugh post. Did you know it take? By the way, this is the last one I got for round one. By the way, I totally forgot.
This was a short round one.
I know. Did you know it takes a plastic bag 20 to 100 years to break down? Yet it takes me approximately one minor inconvenience. Bravo, Christopher fucking Pugh. You fucking nailed it. You win. You won the internet, bitch.
Well done. Well done. Nice.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been my world famous, often imitated, never duplicated short round one. Over to you, Sizemore.
Mwah. Do I have great co-hosts or what? This job is so easy for me because they're great. So thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. All right, the ostensibly wholesome round one. I've got a post from Ricky Baldwin. It is the Far Side. We've got a couple in they're in their car out in the veldt. They're on safari, and we see a gorilla up against the window, and they're saying, "Drive, George, drive. This one's got a coat hanger." He's trying to come in the door.
Dude, that's a lion.
No, that's a gorilla, man. There's a
He's
lion.
got tails. Gorillas ain't got tails.
Well, that's much less believable then. All right, strike that from the record. Moving on. Can you guys hear? I just looked at this font and I immediately heard the theme song from the beginning of all the. No, you wouldn't. It says you wouldn't finish a task.
That is true.
Mike Ingram for everyone says the internet coming for me on a Sunday like this. Friend of the show, Ford, post the Galactic Hitchhikers, where there is Kim Severson saying, "Thank you, Milwaukee Airport, for accurately naming that place right after you get through security. The sign above it says, recombobulation area." Heck yeah, recombobulation. We should say that more often and demand it by name. Friend of the show, Jenny Benevento, up there at your state fair, Mr. Labune. Says she's got a picture here of a pickle stand. Says pickle on a stick, $4. And she says, I'm made uncomfortable by this pickle. And if you look at the stick and the expression on the pickle's face, it is disturbing. So I don't recommend doing it.
It's like a dick.
It's like, no, that stick went into that pickle. Yeah.
$5 to touch it while I touch my toes. $6 to touch it while I touch your toes.
Hey, you know how I feel about toe jokes.
That's right, Michael. We all agreed we were going to take the toe jokes down 90%.
TD, you don't have enough money to fucking pay me to touch your toes, goddamn.
Dude, I don't want to touch what's left of them.
I'm no grave digger.
All right, shut up.
Sorry,
All right.
sorry.
Shut up. Wholesome round from friend of the show, Intersectional, who's reposting LOL overruled, says, some of you never got wise that when an adult told you one day that you'd make a great lawyer, they were just calling you a little asshole. And my first, when I read this, I like laughed, and then I went, my mom was calling me a jerk. This is a 3-panel from the Star Wars universe, and we see Luke Skywalker saying to Obi-Wan, how did my father die? He says, do you know the game The Floor is Lava? Well, he wasn't very good. There we go. Literary jokes and puns or get the fuck out. One-liner wordplay says, we get it, poets. Things are like other things. And Neurotic Neverland posts, I am deeply offended by this due to its accuracy.
That's awesome.
This next one is a memory. I love the Facebook memories. You know, sometimes you get ads and you wonder, well, I got an ad for this Blue Gun RPG-7 training rocket launcher. It's on sale. It's only $608. Could train with RPG training launcher.
No, hold on. I could maybe see Michael getting this. I know I could probably get this.
Right, but I got it. Yes. And I got to tell you, 6 years ago when this happened, I felt very seen. Thank you, advertising recommendation algorithm. Next up, friend of the show, Jay Sukal, reposts Molly Galbraith, CSCS, says, got an email from a woman who declined a request for her time. She said, quote, thanks for thinking of me, but right now I'm going to decline. My plate is as full as I like. Unquote. Yes. Says work boundaries, caring for yourself, protecting your time, not exhausting yourself. And boys, I wish I had read this a couple weeks ago. Just kidding. Moving on. The Laughing Librarian, friend of the show, Laughing Librarian. Thank you for all the cards and letters. They have posted Just Shower Thoughts. Friend of the show, Just Shower Thoughts, saying contractions function almost identically to full two-word phrases, but are only appropriate in some places in a sentence. It's one of the weird quirks of this language weave. And the chubby nerd says this post needs some kind of warning sign. Huge alien pie. I did not see that coming. And at the bottom, All Things Linguistic says that's the kind of linguist I'm.
I fucking love it.
Halfway through the wholesome round one, got a couple more here. This is from a friend of mine, Jessamine West, and she says, I declined Insta's recommendation to add some birthday flair for today, but know that I turned 55 on the 5th, and I just found this video cassette in a free pile, and I'm all geared up to learn some new skills. And the video cassette is How to Perform Impromptu Levitations.
Damn.
Doc Hilford teaches you 7 different impromptu levitations. Float in the air anytime, anywhere. Our timeline had some good bits. You know what I mean? There were some good chunks in there. Next up, Dave Wiskus at DWiskus says, The Matrix described 1999 as the peak of human civilization. And I laughed because that would obviously not age well. But then the next 23 years happened. And now I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe the machines had a point. Like, man, 1999. Yeah, I would go back to then in a heartbeat. I'm not even lying. Friend of the show, Michael Matthews Jr. has posted this picture of some food at home on their couches. They've got beverages. They're obviously socializing. We've got a big marshmallow sitting on the couch and graham crackers and chocolate sitting on the couch holding hands. And they, graham cracker says, so we have a proposition.
We like your body.
We want to squish you between us. Friend of the show, Owen, reposts this Scenes Kids for Communism that has Captain Planet is too based for network television. And we've got the cartoon Captain Planet kids with the rings. It says, remember, kids, networks removed Captain Planet from all programming and never showed reruns because his message of diverse communities defending the environment from exploitation was a threat to their profits. This wholesome message was brought to you by Trix.
Cartoon sucks though, man.
Friend of the show, Laughing Librarian, reposts this one. Why was I unaware of the fact that disgruntled is, in fact, the opposite of gruntled? We have a dictionary entry. Gruntled, pleased, satisfied, contented. Adjective, humorous, gruntled. Why does nobody use this word?
I'm about.
I know. And the poster says, I'm so gruntled to have found this.
Yes, I am
It
so
sounds like
using
that.
this word now.
It sounds like the opposite of what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had this in a joke for a long time, but now I'm like, no, more important than my dumb jokes. I must mainstream this word. Got about 2 more, and I'm going to throw it back to you, Michael. Friend of the show, David King, reposts the spooky Viet Onion, they, them, at Soviet Onion, who says, actually, Dr. Pepper is the guy who created it. What you're thinking of is really Pepper's Monster. And except for this crockpot barbecue recipe I got, I'm going to have to lean towards this.
Fuck, I hate this joke.
Last one for me, Chow Long Now, who friend of the show, Chow Long Now. If you're not following Chow Long Now, you are missing out. Has reposted the Keeper of the Cheerios blog saying, welcome back to school. Here's a cold. Give it to your whole family.
Oh my god.
And that has been Wholesome Round 1. Handing it back to you, Mr. LeBoon.
All right, as everybody knows, and as Eric reported at the top of the show, Jimmy Buffett has died. Friend of the show, Claire Lower, says Margaritaville Crocs at half-mast, girls.
Oh!
Got a picture of her Margaritaville Crocs. It's like some, I don't know, what do you call these? Croc charms?
But they call them gibbets.
Gibbet. They have their own fucking name. Seriously?
They
Anyway,
do.
There's a Natty Light Gibbet. There's a Lime Gibbet. There's a Shaker of Salt Gibbet. And she's got the straps like going up her shins, which I assume would be half-mast. Moving on. Sorry, Jimmy Buffett. Isabella at Scary Knee Girl says, I'm sorry, I can't go. I haven't had my 8 to 12 hours of alone time yet. And fellas, this one's me.
Yeah.
All right. TD, go ahead and read this one for us.
Whoa.
Oh, God damn you.
Ah.
Okay, it's the Red Hot Willy Peppers. And from Mouse, it says, oh, hell no, the jalapeno got a jalapenos. And the jalapenos is this little, it's a bell pepper. It's been chopped in half, red one. And sometimes in a pepper, a second one will start to grow. But this one, he took a left at Albuquerque, and he got like these two little knobs down at the base of it, and then it kind of goes out in this long little sumbitch with a green little head on it. I'm gonna have nightmares about this fucking. I'm gonna have nightmares about this fucking pepper.
I'm calling Josh, who called this a Red Hot Willy Pepper. I'm calling that strike one. Mouse, who called this a jalapeno with a jalapenos. I'm calling strike two. This is clearly a bell pecker. It's a red bell pecker.
Give you that.
This is a picture of Andre the Giant. Rest in peace, Andre the Giant. We love
Friend
you.
of the show.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Says Andre the Giant. This is a headline. Andre the Giant took, quote, world's biggest poo, end quote, on plane that left cabin, quote, puking.
Oh, God.
Andre the Giant produced the world's biggest poo on a desperate flight back to the United States, leaving passengers on the fateful flight gagging, puking, and crying the whole way home.
What was the? Do we know what the poo to cabin ratio was?
No,
Not
I'm guessing.
good.
I'm guessing it was 1-to-1. Stinky at sticky_SSB says, new rock, paper, scissors just dropped. And then we see a picture of a cop and a cow squaring off.
Mhm.
And the headline says, K9 bites cow, deputy tases K9, cow kicks deputy. New rock, paper, scissors, everybody.
Taser, cop, cow.
Yeah,
Dog.
I think I got 3 more. Non-aesthetic things. Friend of the show, non-aesthetic things. We love you, non-aesthetic things. If you're not following non-aesthetic things, you just fucking get
Yeah.
aesthetic things. Here we have a picture of a person who is below the knee amputee of their left leg, it looks like. And they have built, well, I suppose, can we call this a prosthetic, or should we just call
Yeah.
it a peg leg? Yeah,
That-
a Lego prosthetic. And in the first picture, and then in the second picture, it's the Lego font and logo, but it just says leg.
You know why I can't laugh at this.
Because of your toe thing. 2 more. Here, somebody has texted a picture of themselves smoking a doober. It looks like a blunt. And he says, we get high as fuck, brah. And the first person comments back, or the only other person, text message, replies, dude, is that a McDonald's bag? And when you look closely,
There's an M on it. Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely a yellow M. This is a McDonald's bag. He says, you smoking a damn McDoobie.
Hold on. Come on, we've been there, boys. Come on.
Oh, I've done way worse than this.
Oh yeah.
I used to, dude, I used to take my resin and smear it on rolling paper.
Oh yeah.
Just for those, just for those droughts. All right, last meme for round 2, the ill reverend round. Here's a conversation, but everybody's name's been blacked out. First person says, do twins have the same size dick? Second person says, now we're asking the real questions. And the third person says, as a twin, I can say my dick is definitely bigger than my sister's.
Nice.
Back to you, Titty. For round 2.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna do round two, the whatever the heck it's called round.
The irreverent round. The
Yeah, the one that's not relevant. Okay.
there we go.
All right.
The
Okay,
ill-defined irreverent round.
there you go.
Nope.
Any moment.
You'll never.
Friend of the show, friend of the universe, friend of you and me. Surprised it took this long for him to get here. Jason Jester, everybody.
Wow.
And it just says, how rude. Because I was rude to put you in a second round, Jason. I'm sorry. But he says, I ordered a pineapple pizza from an authentic Italian restaurant, and this is what I got. It's a pizza with fuck you spelled out in pepperoni. And it's fucking gorgeous. But as a man who loves ham and pineapple pizza, we kind of deserve that for being a prick to the Italians.
Nice.
All right, that's my little speech on that. All right, animal memes. New friend of the show. It just says she reminded me every day. This is me in my room as a teenager, according to my mother. And it is a bunch of dumpsters and trash on the floor, including a mattress, and a pig is sleeping on said mattress. And yep, yeah, every day from like 12 to whenever. No,
Surrounded by
she was yelling at me when I was 30 when I moved back in with her. All right, moving on. Funniest memes, friend of the show. Just is delicious. It says, "What's wrong, babe? You barely touched your Jabba avocado toast, and it is this toast with avocado pieces and other things made to make this piece of toast look like Jabba the Hutt and Jabba the Hutt's throne." And I think it's fucking gorgeous.
That's
Avocado
awesome.
toast. Avocado toast.
Nice. Well
All right,
done.
moving on. Thank you.
Be hard to eat. So pretty.
It is very pretty. Hey, Labia, I'm gonna let you read this one, okay?
You know what? I will read this one, and I'll tell you this was in my round 3.
Ah.
Here we have this is like one of my favorites, favorite meme formats because it's Captain Picard and Commander Riker from Star Trek: The Next Generation. And Captain Picard, it's 2 panels. Captain Picard says, in the first panel, they're just both kind of looking straight ahead, looking serious. And Captain Picard says, the Beastie Boys are releasing a 5-part anthology. Commander Riker says, really? And then the second picture, Commander Riker has his face in his hand. And Captain Picard says, yep, parts A through D are free, but you have to fight for your right to part E.
Oh, I love it. I love the fact that I thought of you when I saw it, and you thought enough of it to actually throw it in. So yeah,
Yeah, this was
that's
like
something about this meme.
just nerdy enough of a dad joke. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I say that. Yeah, as far as that I've had you read way worse.
True.
All right.
I've had you do a whole round of them. Right, moving on. Is it funny or offensive? Friend of the show, repost from ads, and I can't say the rest of it. I don't know how. It says, can someone with a black suit and an umbrella watch my funeral from a distance so my family think I had something big going on in my life?
That'd be a good gig.
Every action movie ever, man.
Be a good gig. Just go to funerals, hold an umbrella. That'd be great.
I'd do it. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, once again, Alexander David Tyus repost from Lindsay Sleeper at Lindsay P. Newton. It says, I never thought I would change my name when I got married. I was the first medical Dr. Newton in my family, and I'm very proud of that. But when presented with the opportunity to say, hi, I'm Dr. Sleeper, and I'll be your anesthesiologist, I just going to pass it up.
Yeah, that's a gift.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to.
You know how many times real life people tell stories about like people in occupations that are just too on the nose with their name?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and I always think to myself too, if you took this in a Hollywood script, they'd be like, nah, man, that's too on the nose. Can't have that.
It's like, we're lucky to have Tyler Cox with us here today. And every time I see your name, Tyler, I'm reminded when I was in basic training, I had these 2 drill sergeants. One of them was Drill Sergeant Cox. who absolutely fucking lived up to his name. And my other drill sergeant was, I shit you not, Drill Sergeant Biggerstaff. Cox and Biggerstaff.
I think you're gonna say drill sergeant cunts.
Rods.
I think they would change their name, dude.
By the way, I think everyone at some point in the military, Labune, had a drill sergeant Cox. I swear, I had one in the IT.
You know what? We can't just sit here and tell veteran stories because that's a whole different podcast. But
Oh, yes.
the worst my name was ever pronounced was when Drill Sergeant Cox said Alamia. He got that name right. He goes Alamia. He's like, go over there and bring Private La fuck you.
That was your nickname in the military. You can't tell me otherwise.
La fuck you.
I feel like that's a nickname that would stick in a lot of circles, not just the military, like church. Nice.
Oh Lord. Okay, moving on.
All right, back to it.
Yeah, back to it. Moving on mercifully. Andrew Titi, I've heard of that guy. I posted this about a year ago. It says another reason I'm a dog person. And it says cat from Denmark versus cat from Russia after being saved from fire. And the Denmark situation, it's fireman holding a cat. Cat looks very scared, but very, like, hey, thanks for holding me. I love you. Hey, let's go get something to eat.
Yeah.
And then we got the Russian one.
Man.
This fucker looks like a werecat.
Yep.
It looks like it's wanting to feast on something soul, and it's just like you can tell it's making a god awful noise in this picture, just like something like that.
This cat's from Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's a kitten. All right.
If trolls rode cats, this
Right.
would be the cat.
Dude.
That would be a
Dude.
troll rider there thing. Fun.
Yeah. Goblins use those things to hunt things.
Oh my god.
Jason Jester, friend of the show, says he just says the same because the meme just says, look how pretty.
Yeah.
And it's these squiggly little glazed looking things.
Yep.
And then you look really closely and they're actually pythons. And it says, my hungry ass thought these were some sexy glazed donuts. And that's exactly what I was thinking before I realized it was a snake. Sexy glazed donut.
I too want fried dough now.
Yeah, I want to run up to Casey's right now and get some donuts. All right, moving on.
This doesn't look like donuts to me. It looks like the inside of someone's body.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
well,
sausages. Sure, sausages you could put on the grill. I see that too.
Yeah, I still don't see it. No, like I'm a fat ass, so I thought donuts, and Labune, he thought guts.
He works at a hospital. Next, fuck.
Yeah, moving on. Sorry, Labune, I did not mean to offend with my donuts. Bo Corley, friend of the show. He posted a picture here, and it's Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels from Dumb and Dumber, and they're in their ski attire, and they got a bunch of money, and they're handing it out. And it says, me walking in the Scholastic Book Fair with $20 in my pocket, about to buy 6 Goosebumps and a Lamborghini poster. Bro, that was me in 4th grade, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, that was the shit. What a time to be alive. All right, moving on.
Indeed.
This is the last one I got for round 2 here. Friend of the show, me, I posted this about 4 years ago, and I thought it was appropriate with all the hurricane stuff in the news. And so this has been tonight's public service announcement. Thank you. And it's a picture of like a flooding occurrence and the guy getting washed away in the flood. It says, if your home is hit by a dolphin, do not go out to see if the dolphin is okay. That's how hurricanes trick you into coming outside. And you can't tell me that's not real, especially in fucking Florida.
Sure. I saw him. He was smiling.
I mean, that's a very Florida man story. Yeah. Florida man got knocked out by a goddamn dolphin. All right, moving on. Okay, no, not moving on. That's the end of round 2. Over to you, Sizemore. Sorry.
Oh, back. Oh, all right.
Okay. Don't read ahead. Don't read ahead. Don't read ahead.
Wait lists.
Trying to stop. I have to break up these shares so that the chapters show up on YouTube, which is very important.
I mean, I appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
I like the chapters because then I can skip you guys and just watch myself.
Exactly.
Doesn't everybody? We all do it, and it's all. I get it. Yeah. We're
mainly
upfront about it.
it's mainly for me to skip forward when I know I'm about to like say something cringy.
Yeah, I do that too.
There's multiple benefits, but the point is they're popular with everybody. You know, the cool kids, the nerds, everybody likes the chapters. All right, going into what are we doing here? Round two. This is round two, the irreverent round.
Yeah.
Wow, boy, that snuck up. That snuck up so fast. That's amazing. All righty. Round two. First off, it is a new school year, and we have a picture here of a person on a mountaintop and a climber, you know, one of these people on a quest for knowledge. And they get up there, and we see that the woman on the mat with a book is addressing him. The answers you seek can be found in the syllabus.
Fuck, this is the way it is.
No, it is. I printed it out and put it on my door. I get to be one of those people with cartoons on their doors. This is my cartoon.
Nice.
Science Humor posts this one, the old reliable wine tone tasting test. We have a man and he is holding a glass of wine up to his ear. It says, if you encounter wine snobs, confuse them by using this move. Swirl it in front of your ear. Which reminds me of a spin-off show we could do, wine tasting for the blind. No, wait, wine tasting for the deaf. No, wait, I don't know. We'll workshop it later after the show.
But we get to drink wine, right?
Blind
Sure.
and deaf people can still taste wine. The same.
Shut up. It's all part of the marketing. All right, moving on. This one, just because I have to, reposted from Roaming Dragon Con in Atlanta right now, last Friday. We have a stormtrooper with her helmet off, and she's got a chest burster from the Alien universe coming out, splattered in blood. Yeah. Posted from the USS Sulaco Colonial Marines Aliens fan group. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
I want all my favorite things mixed together in incredibly exquisite cosplay for my viewing pleasure. Please do it now. Anyway, fun stuff. Here, anti-QAnon memes has passed on this Beavis and Butthead cartoon, except that you look close and it's actually the Trump boys, and it says, "Dad's going to prison for like 700 years." I thought. Friend of the show, Kim Akimbo. She has passed along IFL Science. Friend of the show, IFL Science. And it is Princess Zeldas who says, my sense of humor is growing more and more ridiculous because I was just sitting here to myself and thinking, like, what if instead of saying, are you kidding me, we said weird food-related things like, are you frying my rice right now? Or even, are you seriously buttering all of my toast with this? It says, this post is the best I've ever put on this site because I'm still getting messages and replies from people, their own versions of the jokes. Are you flipping my pancakes? Are you? Are you, Margaret?
Sizemore, quit stealing my tomatoes. Come on.
Quit fucking scrambling my eggs with these.
Blending my protein shake right now? Here we have a picture of Boss Man with an enormous pizza. It's like, I don't know, 4 by 4 by 4. It's huge, 4 different kinds of pizza, and it's captioned, capitalists be like, please don't form a union.
That hurts.
You getting some pizza at work there, buddy?
about every 3 weeks.
Oh, your job sucks. You got actionable grievances. That's hilarious. Friend of the show, Dave King, making another appearance. Second, third, fourth. I've lost track of worst new state fair foods. Here we have habanero stuffed habanero and non-vegan banana. There's a thing. Think about that one. What you would have to do to make
Jesus.
No.
non-vegan banana. Anyway, and also Arby's roast beef sandwich.
Yeah, like, why'd they throw in something I actually like?
Oh, dude, state fair? Oh no, I don't think so. That sounds like a scam.
No, I usually just stick with the deep fried Oreos and Twinkies.
I was intrigued by deep fried ear of our enemies. I mean, that would sell a lot of different places.
Yeah.
You guys remember friend of the show, Philomena Kunk? Philomena Kunk fans have posted this picture, 2-panel from the BBC. It says, the need for bigger vessels led to the invention of the Titanic, the world's first single-use submarine. I love Philomena Kunk so much. You have no idea. You really don't. Got about 2 more here. Let's see. This one I particularly liked. Have you guys seen the goth girl who's like pointing up to like 2 choices? Mike and the Molotovs passes along this one. The 2 choices are, if you like having a silly, goofy time, you should try large-scale industrial sabotage. Yeah, I like this one a lot. She reminds me of my kid.
That's cool.
I'm not touching it.
No, I'm like, oh, Daddy would be so proud. I haven't gotten to brag on all the, well, yeah, probably shouldn't put mayhem on the recording, but you know, I'm proud of my girls. What can I say? And finally, for the irreverent round 2, stealing your shit posts, repost Slime Tony, who says, anybody know of any good substitutes for love and personal fulfillment? And USB Dongle says, Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell. I think I got this, George.
That makes sense.
That wraps up my irreverent round 2. Back to you, Mr. LeBute. Oh, look at that.
All right. Yeah, I saw what you did there.
Didn't mean
Here
to.
we go, round 3, the penultimate round. Kicking things off with Steve Malden, friend of the show, Steve Malden. Love you, Steve.
Howdy, Steve.
He says, there is no way that AI can replace the emotional ingenuity of human beings. We see a sign here made by the amazing complexity that is human. And it says, helping your cat. Whatever that means. You're right, Steve. AI will never replace us. History for the Witty 2.0 has a picture. They always do this. These like paintings of like women who look like they're thinking. And it says, in Norway, up and not crying is a not uncommon response to the question, how's it going? And I feel like it's a very reasonable standard to hold oneself to nowadays. I'm up and I'm not crying.
Oh, yeah.
You know what, Eric or Teeny, tell me if you get this. This is a picture of Lisa from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
She's doing like a presentation. And she says, a wise lizard on acid once said, not my chair, not my problem.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Drinking out of cups. Being a bitch. 543, fuck you. Anyway, if you're too young to get this, fucking look up drinking out of cups.
Whoa,
I
that
want to be very clear here. I
that's
said
a
look
good
up
search.
drinking out of cups. I said nothing of 2 girls. Adam Sirius at Brow Tweet says customer. Customer says, I'd like to buy a bagel with cream cheese. Me. Sorry, we only take cash. Manager, can I talk to you?
That's funny.
I only have 3 more. World of Vegan. What do we think this first thing is? A dog?
Yeah, it's a big dog.
Okay. Not a big dog. It's a dog. Look at the dog compared to the fishbowl. Anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, in the first panel, we have a dog, a fish, chicken, a chick, and a duck. The dog says, I wish I could fly. The fish says, I wish I could walk. The chick says, I wish I could swim. The duck doesn't say anything. And then the next panel, the dog, the fish, and the chick are all, or the dog, the fish, and the bird are all looking at the duck angrily, and the duck's just got a shitty grin.
Because ducks are assholes.
Yeah, fuck ducks. I have 2 more for this round. Jackie at Jack William RTF says, There's literally no law that says you can't put your friends down as your references and pretend they were your boss at an old job. Literally, there's no law that says that.
I've done it.
Yeah, listen. If you ain't lying, you ain't trying. And my last meme for the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Read it for me, TD.
We have a person going, "I love you." Another person, the person responds, "Well, I love you more." And then the first person goes, "More than." It's a picture of the scene in the opening of Batman the Animated Series, fucking classic. Batman is standing with the lightning bolt in the background, lighting him up. And the person they're texting goes, "Know your limits."
Yeah, no, your limits. No shit.
No, in Mary and I's engagement pictures, I'm holding up a sign to her that says, "I love you more than bacon." And every one of my relatives called me the fuck out on that. Like, dude, don't lie to that girl.
TD, check out my new ring.
Oh, I dig it. That's a nice Batman logo. Look kind of
All right.
cute-ness.
That was from History of the Batman, by the way. And new friend of mine, History of the Batman, new friend of the show. You got to follow him. All right, back to you, TD, for round 3, penultimate round. Here we go.
Oh my goodness! Wow, flying by.
Okay. All right, it's time for round 3, as they like to call it, the penultimate round, as I like to call it. Hey, let's bring this turkey in.
Let's get these goddamn penguins back in the hut.
Come on, we gotta put these squirrels in the cabana. Come on. All right.
Are you guys whisking my meringue here?
Hey, don't overbake my cookies.
Oh!
All right. Bacon Addicts Anonymous. I'll see you at the meeting, boys.
Oh, that'd be good.
It says if you had it's just a picture of it's just a big old pile of lovely cooked bacon. And it says if you had to choose between eating bacon every day or being skinny the rest of your life, would you choose applewood or hickory smoked? The answer for me, I like hickory smoked better. I like applewood, but hickory's better.
Nice.
All right.
I'm not going to make a toe joke. I want you to know I'm not going to make any joke about having all 10 toes.
The bacon had nothing to do with my toes leaving my body, and you can't convince me otherwise. You shut your dirty whore mouth.
I think you had a nerve.
Goddamn right he did. An exposed one right there at the nub of my toe. All right.
Did you just call Eric exposed more?
No, but I should have.
Listen up, exposed more.
Oh. I get it.
Right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Take a deep breath.
No, you're good. You're good. Friend of the show, Kyle Fields. Repost from Ryan Shipley. And just the chef's kiss. And it's a news article. And it's got a man and a woman, kind of laying next to each other, all lovey-dovey and shit. It says, no one wants to work anymore. This couple spent 3 days in bed making love and bearing their souls, all while their local Hardee's is suffering a staffing shortage.
Oh my God, the economy. Oh, that's
making
funny.
another deposit might help. All right, moving on.
Oh,
Jason Jester, once again, friend of the show. He just says, relax. It is a picture of a Furby with like biblically accurate angel wings.
God.
And that's right, I said it. Biblically accurate angel wing Furby here.
Okay.
And with a purple glow around it, and it's got like the cheesy 80s poster fonts on it. It says, "Be not afraid. The void is already within you." And I fucking feel this. Bitch, I am the void. All right. Okay. Everyone didn't get my Furby joke. Okay, fuck it. Let's go. But the Furby joke last week was okay, but
It's
not this
upsetting.
week.
It's upsetting.
I'm sorry. Okay. Jason Jester, I'll get you back with this one. Jason Jester, once again, tagging his lovely wife, Becky, in this one. And he's just saying, Becky, stay off Amazon for a few days. Because it just says, her, let's get some new toys. And it just says me pinching her butt cheeks with this bad boy, and it's one of those little shark head little grabber things on a stick that we've all played with them at the zoo fucking souvenir store. He's like, nah.
That's funny.
And sad part is, if you know Jason, I could picture that happening.
Yeah.
That's probably what made 2 of their kids.
Oh yeah, definitely. Moving on.
Fun.
Friend of the show and my cousin Brad Miller repost from Men's Humor, and says as soon as he put his sleeve back down, he realized he made a terrible mistake, because on the one side of this picture, his sleeves rolled up, and you can see he just had a tattoo done. It's got Star Wars stuff. It's got the Rebel Alliance logo, a bunch of X-wing fighters in different sizes and places on the arm. But when you roll down the sleeve, the main X-wing fighter there in the foreground, all you can see of it is like the long nose of it and a little bit of like some fuel tanks. So it looks like a cock and balls. A twig and 2
Man,
berries.
this sucks.
Big Jim and the
sucks so
twins.
much.
All right, yeah. I mean, as a nerd, I appreciate him for getting that tattoo. A little
Sure.
bit more planning.
Yeah. Sad. It's a great concept.
I would say it's a really nice looking tattoo, as long as you never wear a sleeve again.
Yep.
Moving on. Don't make me look at it anymore. Friend of the show, once again, Jason Jester just says, "Good for you." And it's a quote of, God, I hate this phrase. It says, "I stand for the flag and kneel for the cross." And it just says me, and it's Natalie Portman looking lovely and sarcastic. All like as sarcastic as a human could look, but still beautiful. And doing a very fake little golf clap looking thing. Like, congratulations. I feel this. All right, moving on. All right, friend of the show, Jason Jester says, "There they are." And it's a picture of a garbage truck closing in. But if you look real closely, it's closing in on what appears to be a Domino's pizza box with the word dreams. And the dreams are about to be crushed. I think I came up with this meme in the 3rd grade somewhere. All right, moving on. Moving on. Oh, there we go. Rare insults from Nita says, "I hate cancel culture." Oh, wait. Levine, I want you to read this one. I'm sorry.
Nita says, "I hate cancel culture. Imagine God canceling you because you did or said the wrong thing." And Rihanna is Jamaican says, "The very first Bible story is God canceling 2 people over an apple. Laugh my ass off." What?
We're not going to mention that incident with the big boat in the rain.
Yeah, shit. Or just like the most of human existence.
Yeah.
If you believe in hell. Like, anyway.
Yeah, anyway. All right, moving on. I think this might, I think I'm getting close to the end here. I got a couple maybe. Papa Wolf and Krampus, friend of the show, says, "Someone said 20 years ago, and my mind went, ah, yes, the 80s. But they meant 2003, and now I need to lie down." Yeah, that hurts. I feel that one.
Too funny.
All right, moving on. Jason Jester, once again, he posted a picture, and it's one of the dudes from The Office, the real annoying one, dressed as a cop, and he's staring at somebody going, "No one, nobody, not a soul, and toddlers." And it's the guy going, "Have you ever pooped out a balloon?"
What?
Levine, you want to take that one?
You know what? I don't think I ever have pooped out a balloon. This is I think Dwayne from that Office show, right?
Yeah, I think so. Dwight, Dwayne, Dewey, some
Whatever.
bullshit like that. All right, moving on.
That show sucks.
I didn't like it. Friend of the show, Dave Yates. Dave, I need to hang out with you. It's been too long. It says, "Is this funny? Is this hack? Depends." And it says, "That awkward moment when your daughter asks if you've made a duty, and it's a picture of Mitch McConnell looking like Mitch McConnell and a woman next to him. And like, if you look at that face, he may be like, I think that fart was a little squishy."
He does look guilty as fuck in this picture.
Oh, dude, he totally shat himself. He don't even have a tie on anymore, bro.
Listen, I I feel very conflicted about laughing at Mitch McConnell right now. I know it's the right thing to do, but
it's the right thing to do.
Good.
It is the right thing to do.
It's morally correct, but it doesn't feel good. But this is a fucking quality because he does look like he just had a little sneaky shit.
Oh yeah, dude. He's totally like, yep, this pair of underwear needs to get thrown away. All right,
I'm so happy I can count on you guys to bring the duty jokes.
Hey man, it's what I do. It's what I live for.
Thank you. Duty and bacon. You the man.
Duty and bacon, bro. All right, moving on. This is the last one I got for round 3 here. It's from my close personal friends over at Funny Stoner Memes and Pics. This teacher, this test isn't that difficult. The test, it just is, who is this? And it's a picture what I can only describe as the Rock Obama, because it is like the Rock's face kind of imposed on everything President Obama.
Is it Barack? Is it Barack Rock?
Rock, I like that one.
Rock.
Rock,
Or
Rock,
the Obama? I don't know.
But yeah, Rock, Barack Obama, whatever the fuck that is, gonna haunt my nightmares.
I would have to hear him talk to know who this is. That's
Oh yeah, because if he sounds like Barack Obama, okay. But if he's like, listen up, jabronis, know your role and shut your mouth, then it
would still be weird because he would still probably be like, "Can you smell what? The Rock?" And you're like, "Did he say the Rock or did he say Barack?"
Ah.
I like that. I like it. Oh, that's all I got with my Rudy Poo candy ass.
Nice
That's wrapping up round 3 here. Over to you, Sizemore. We brought the turkey in, baby.
This is an amazing show. I'm having a ton of fun on this show. I hope you guys are having fun on this show.
These flamingos are back from the space station. Do it, Eric.
Okay, man. I was just wondering if you were deviling my eggs, man.
No, I wouldn't devil your eggs.
but I would put the walnuts in the brownie batter.
I'm frosting your flakes over here.
Damn. You peoples. All right. So
easy.
dude, where's my button? I need an assistant. Press the button. I've made my button go away.
Am I the only one that wants to like wire up Sizemore's house, Big Brother style, just to see how this man survives a fucking day?
Sizemore's gonna start being like, and this is my assistant Carol. We're like, be like, Eric, why does your assistant look like a nurse? why is your assistant?
This one is a low
your medicine in your applesauce.
This one's a really low resolution 4-panel of Jesus, and it's titled His Sacrifice. And we see 2 hands holding a coupon for free cheese pizza on your birthday. And Jesus laughs and he goes to the pizza place on his birthday, but they're closed.
That's funny.
This is a picture of Matthew McConaughey smoking a cigarette imposed upon Jesus, and it just says Jesus right now. And it's that smoky one. Looking all psycho and stuff. Here we have Buddy Jesus, and he's pointing, he's got the heart on him, Buddy Jesus giving the wink, and it says hashtag YOLO, you only live once. And then him popping out behind the stone going, just kidding, hashtag just kidding.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like, what are all these Jesus memes? Wasn't the irreverent round 2? No, hit him in round 3 where you would least expect them. Yeah.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
2-panel of Jesus, and we see him asleep. He's asleep. Maybe he's on the boat. He likes to take naps on boats, if I recall. Says, Jesus, get up, bro. There's a war in Ukraine. COVID-19 is still here, and inflation is pushing people into poverty. In the 2nd panel, he says, tell him I'm working in mysterious ways,
Yeah, see, I can appreciate that.
Oh my God. Oh, I got a 2-panel here, and again we see him with a capital H laughing in the 2 panels. Says, Jesus, send me a man that's 6'2" and 3% body fat, has a stable job and loves you. Jesus is just laughing. Six. Quite famously, somebody lied to the Georgia police and said, we're 6'2" and 3% body fat. Forget it. It doesn't matter.
250 pounds in reserves.
Yeah, absolutely insane. This one from friend of the show, Intersectional. We love you so much. Thanks for all the text messages and the funny cat memes. They have posted, I don't know, have posted stale memes for normie has-beens. And this is in a youth pastor voice. We have a youth pastor here with a microphone and a denim collared shirt. And he's saying, do you understand why we stand Jesus? Well, here's the tea. He went off on that cross so your sins would be canceled. Does that snatch your wig?
Oh, Jesus.
I went to this church.
The sad part is I understood every bit of that because I went to that church as a kid.
I'm going to the altar call. I'll tell you that right now.
This is Justin Bieber's church right here.
Oh,
Friend of the show, Lex. You guys remember Lex from the Pig back in the day? She has posted ye old archives of historical memory. And Doth, at Doth the Doth, who says, in honor of Van Gogh's birthday, I will also be poor and slowly going insane.
Yeah, I celebrate every day.
To all who celebrate, a good day. A good day to you. You guys remember you remember this joke? Remember on a calculator? Remember when boys are first issued calculators in grade school, in math class, we all immediately know how to type out this number upside down that spells out boobies.
I'm 41 and I still do it.
Okay, but everyone knows. I'm looking at does everybody know this? I mean, it's pretty famous. They make t-shirts. They make t-shirts. Okay.
we had a whole thing. It was like 69, 222, 51 times.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah. Anyway, so I just I want to.
That made boobless, not boobies.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just wanted to post this in history. You know what I mean? Because I thought it was pretty classic. This is Tony Matthews who shared his odometer, and it says when you hit a triple, it's 420, 69 kilometers on this trip, and boobs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That dude, pull over and get a lottery ticket.
That's a fucking hat trick. That's a hat trick.
Oh, yeah. That is a sign from my holy trinity right there.
Nice.
Yeah, nice, exactly.
Recovering Catholic.
Right. So I was just like stunned that this joke could go this far. Here's a new one I hadn't seen. This one says, sheesh. I know, right? Pretty funny.
I like that one.
Okay.
Friend of the show, maybe, I don't know, acquaintance of the show, still don't know him yet. Johnny Cardinal, he's got a post of himself on stage and he says, my memory's going. I can name only one Spice Girl. I can tell you, it's scary.
Hey.
That's a good one.
I know, don't encourage him. I know.
It's a nice little cheesy joke.
Friend of the show, Mike Ingram from Everyone says flying cars by 2027. But meanwhile, I've seen y'all what happens when a stoplight turns into a four-way stop. He said someone was talking on the post about the number of people who drive around with a tank on E, and they're like, oh, I know my car in their mouths. Imagine that in the sky.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh yeah, you don't know. I'm you know what? I'm starting to lean against flying cars. I gotta say. This next one's from friend of the show, Owen. And he has pasted this one from E4 Mafia and says, when the recruiter is honest and it's a conversation on a text message, says, hey, Sarah, my name is Staff Sergeant Scott Hintz, and I'm an Army recruiter in Athens, Ohio. I just wanted to reach out to you and see if you have any interest in joining the Army Reserves. And she says, I'd rather die. He says, well, the Army can help with that.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Oh, woo! Boy, I tell you, honesty's funny. And finally, friend of the show, Christian Unakis, has posted this picture. It's like, I don't know, like a 3D woman in some kind of like Sim City world or something. And there's a baby on fire. And she's like sitting on a computer. And she says, Not now, sweetie. Mommy is watching rich people drowning in mud and catching Ebola at Burning Man. And that has wrapped up everything for me except my post with the most. Back to you, Mr. Michael, sir.
All right, here we go with the post with the most.
Post with the most. Oh, fuck.
What?
I don't think I got my
What?
fill. I didn't get my fill of Mitch McConnell jokes. I had a whole stack of them and blew it. Wow.
Oh, it's okay. You shared plenty of memes. My post with the most comes from Hunter Perkins. It's Eric. It's got a picture of Benedict Humperdinck or whatever the fuck.
Yep. Cabbage Patch.
Benedictine
Cumber Snitch.
Cumple Pumple. This anyway.
Rumble
Eric, why
Bun.
don't you? That's right, Cumberbund. Eric, why don't you
Rumble
read this
Bun.
headline for me?
What if Dr. Strange was named Dr. Freak and he ate ass and sucked toes?
Ooh.
By Hunter.
That was my post with the most this week. My followers were crazy. Let's see what you got, TD. What was your post with the
Wow.
most?
Oh God, it's got to be more wholesome than that. I think. I don't remember.
I don't know if
Let's
we're
find
going,
out.
Rick.
I don't know if we're going for wholesome. I mean, you know, I don't know.
I use that word facetiously, good sir.
Oh, good. Cool. A lot of good vocabulary.
See, I can still say big words.
I'm loving it.
But do you
I
know
move.
what they mean? That's
Huh? Yeah, I do. Yes, facetious means sarcastic.
I don't
Nice.
know. I don't know what they mean.
No, I do. All right.
I just all I know is that you guys are such poets. You're just so lyrical. You know how to just spit those rhymes in a bouncy music.
Eric's trying to cover that he can't.
Oh yeah, he's totally stalling. But yes, if you look at us, the first thing you think of when you see Labune and I is, oh, they got bars.
Yeah.
Bars of chocolate because they're fat. Okay, moving on. Here we go. My
think you
post
guys- Spit the lyrical miracle whip.
nice. Friend of the show for my post the most here, Christopher Pugh. He just says, take the day off from being the bigger person. Go out and be the asshole you were born to be. And I say that to myself every morning when I leave this fucking house. Off that soul-sucking job.
Nice.
All right, that's my post with the most before I get too deep on you guys. Over to you, Sizemore.
Well done. Real quick, friend of the show, Harmony, posts this Tesla with a bumper
Is this
sticker.
post
Says,
with the most?
I bought this before I knew Elon was crazy.
You're
Hang
out
on,
of order.
I got to
Out of
find it.
order.
I do. There we go. Friend of the show, John Hagenbrenner, posts this picture of Mitch McConnell behind a blank white card and it says, change my mind.
That's pretty good.
There you go. It's post. Mitch, please. That's what I'm saying.
No, that was it. That was your post with the most. Good job. You got the most on that one.
That actually is not.
We can make fun of Mitch McConnell next week. He'll if he's still alive or not, it'll be fine.
Or we might end up with a special show. You don't want to waste it.
In actuality, the post with the most was difficult because it was this thing that was talking about. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. So I guess that was the show. So, hey, that was an episode of Facebook for the Blind as legally constitutionally bound in our abouts, terms, and conditions as seen in the undersigned 30 years ago fine print subparagraph B. Thank you. We love you. Good night. Mwah.
Love you, George.
Thanks for listening to an episode of
man, I
Facebook
really-
for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.